What is going on, everybody? What is going on, the Catch fam? It is Steven here, ready to drop you the must start defenses for week 2 in your fantasy football leagues. These are your quarterback hunters, your turnover creators, your pick sixers, right? And let's get right to it with Mr. Quarterback Hunter himself, Chandler Jones. 5 sacks alone in week 1 against this Tennessee Titans offense, which was supposed to be lethal, right, guys? Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry. There's no way they suck. Well, the Arizona Cardinals made them look shitty as hell. Chandler Jones requested a trade in the offseason. He was very unhappy, right? And now he's saying that he's not going to try to, negotiate his contract. Man, if I were Chandler Jones, I'd be negotiating my contract after 5 sacks because let me tell you what, the Arizona Cardinals should give him a blank check, say, hey, Chandler, write the amount you want, we'll pay you. Because having that many sacks in a game, that was a franchise tying record right there, right? And guess who they got on the other side? They got J.J. Watt coming at the quarterback too, and you got Buda Baker on the back end. This defense is loaded, and you could have got him off your waiver wires, right? And if you were lucky enough to get them off your waiver wires, well, they got Jacksonville next week too, right? So week 2 and week 3, you were looking like you were in a great position to get that competitive edge at defense on your fantasy football team, right? And let's also break down the Minnesota Vikings since that's who this Arizona Cardinals team is playing against. They have the home field advantage against this Vikings team. And the Vikings, whereas they still did I thought they played well, honestly. They put up points, but the Cincinnati Bengals were able to create a turnover. They were also able to get to Kirk Cousins kind of at will. So that's kind of scary because this Arizona Cardinals defense had 6 sacks, a pick, and 2 forced fumbles. So I'd be a little wary to start Kirk Cousins this week. That's for damn sure. Going over to another elite edge rusher, one of the best edge rushers of all time, one of John and I's favorite players of all time too. I mean, we grew up watching this guy just wreak havoc on offenses every single game, right? It looks like he's finally healthy, finally spry again. Von Miller was looking good, beating up that Giants offense. They had 2 sacks and did get a forced fumble against Daniel Jones. And, we do beat up on Daniel Jones every week, right? We hate on him. And, you might say, oh, well, they played the Giants, like, whatever. Well, guess what? They're playing the Jaguars this week, who just got dismantled by the Houston Texans. So another great matchup. I'm definitely taking my shots at whenever a defense plays against Houston or Jacksonville, right? So I think this is a great matchup for them. Trevor Lawrence threw multiple picks, did not look settled. And I think this Broncos defense is going to be able to take advantage of them. Who knows? Maybe my defensive rookie of the year prediction, Mr. Patrick Surtain might get his first pick. That would be nice. Number 3, this is the defense I'm starting in this week. Mr. Myles Garrett led the Cleveland Browns. I actually predicted Myles Garrett to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. Definitely was not the best start as they kind of almost gave up 400 passing yards against Patrick Mahomes. But guess what? It's Patrick Mahomes. I mean, what else can you really expect, right? I still think they hung in there. They got 2 sacks. They've got a massive edge rush potential going into Houston or playing against Houston, right? Because they have the home field advantage against the Houston Texans as well. This is going to be the first game back without COVID where the fans are going to be in the dog pound. I mean, it's going to be explosive, right? But they had 2 sacks against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I see Jadeveon Clowney. I see Myles Garrett getting to Tyrod Taylor, taking advantage of this weak O-line on the Texans. And I do see this game getting out of hand pretty quickly. And I think that usually leads to a game script where turnovers can come in abundance, right? I don't see the Texans, pulling a wild upset against these Browns. And I want Myles Garrett to get back to that Myles Garrett, right? Not chasing around Patrick Mahomes. I want him to be slamming and hamming. I want him to be a quarterback hunter, right, guys? That's what we want. And another great defensive start of the week, the Belichick-led Patriots defense, right? This is who I started in week 1, and they didn't have a great performance by any means, but I thought they played very well, and they played a pretty strong offense in Miami. I mean, I think Miami's way better than the Jets, that's for sure, and that's who the Patriots are going up against. And Bill Belichick, his Sith Lord self, whenever he plays a rookie quarterback, he destroys them. I don't care who it is. Hell, they played Justin Herbert last year, they beat the shit out of the Chargers last year. They put up 45-0 on them. So I'm a little worried about Zach Wilson's health after this game because he's going to be making him see ghosts, just like Sam Darnold in the past, right? I think the Patriots are going to get after him. They're going to make a couple sacks. They might get a pick or two. They did get actually 2 sacks and an interception against Tua and this Miami team, and they held them to 250 yards. So that's really good. And this Jets offense, man, it looks shambly. They lost Becton, the left tackle. So crap, man, the Jets could be in for a hurting all season long with that injury, but I definitely think the Patriots are going to feast on them. And a streaming option of the week, right? You're going to see these guys on all your waiver wires because they just got smoked by Mr. LASIK surgery himself, Jameis Winston, and the New Orleans Saints. I think the Green Bay Packers are a sneaky upside play here, right? If you are in a deeper league and you're itching for defenses, I think, the fact that they played the Detroit Lions here, and this is going to be a revenge game after getting their ass kicked. I think they are going to be hunting after anyone to beat them up because they looked really badly and the media let them have it, right? So I think Preston Smith, Zadarian Smith, and Jared Alexander are all going to cook and all going to make big plays. And I mean, to be honest, there were so many throwaway games I felt from week one. I've been kind of saying that all week and analyzing it. But when you look back at that game against the San Francisco 49ers, the San Francisco 49ers got that 21-point lead. And I think they just took the foot off the gas. And Jared Goff and that Detroit Lions team, they just had some, open lanes and prevent defenses. I don't think that's going to be the case this week. I think the Green Bay Packers are going to slam their foot on the gas pedal even when they're up, and they are going to get a lot of turnover opportunities at the end of the game. So with that said, guy, those are my must-start defenses of the week this week. I think there's some other really great options too that I didn't discuss. I do think Tampa Bay has a great opportunity to make some plays on that Atlanta Falcons offense, which just looked stuck in the mud. They looked really gross, to be honest. I'm really excited about that one too. If you're lucky enough to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense on your team. I also think the New Orleans Saints are another really good shot here, right? They did lose Marshawn Lattimore, but they're going to play the Carolina Panthers. And, I still don't think Sam Darnold's really proved that he can do it yet. And I think, outside Christian McCaffrey, it could be really hard to get a good game script going for them to beat this New Orleans Saints team, which looked like one of the most complete teams in week one. I mean, shit, that defense made Aaron Rodgers look foolish. They made him look like Nick Cage in Leaving Las Vegas. So, yeah, guys, I think there's plenty of great starts this week. I will say, definitely don't start anybody on the Chargers or the Cowboys because that game's going to be a shootout. One of the most exciting games of the week, I think it's going to be. And I also wouldn't start the Baltimore Ravens defense. Shit, even the Kansas City Chiefs defense, right? You want to stay away from those high scoring games because even if they create a turnover or two, those touchdowns are going to slam down on your points, right? But with that said, guys, we really hope you appreciate watching this video. This was the defensive must starts of the week. And also leave some comments, guys. If you have any questions about, if the defense that you have on your team this week is a good start or not, we'll definitely do that if we didn't touch on it in this video. Shit, if you want us to look at your quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kicker, we'll also do that for you too. So just leave some comments. We're certainly happy to help out. We definitely want to be as interactive with the Catch Fam as we possibly can. And with that said too, if you're not already a part of the Catch Fam, we encourage you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. We are on the road to 200 subscribers and we do it with your help, right? And with that said, guys, thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked it. You saw it here at the Catch.